All right, so this crib behind me, that crib right there, sold for like 390,000. This one, I don't know how much it sold for, but they refurbished it. But that one they refurbished, I think they probably bought it for like 60, 70, and sold it for close to $400,000. Now, so that's my mom's crib right there. That's where I grew up. We're gonna go check it out.
Motivation.
That's right.
Welcome to Will Motivation. Holla.
Interesting thing is, where I grew up was kind of like, quote unquote, the hood, on the near east side of Columbus, Ohio, in the city. And that same hood, that same neighborhood, the houses are made of brick, and the houses have really good, strong construction. And when I was growing up in that crib, I think the value of the house was probably anywhere from 35,000 to maybe 85,000, something like that was the value. Now, the value of that same house that I'm sure was like in that 35, to 50 range back in the day when my street was the police told me my street was the hottest street in the city for drug related crime and criminals, like during the crack epidemic. That same street, now those houses on that street went from being worth that little 35,000 to now being worth over 300 to over $400,000 for some of those houses. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys where I grew up and how investing in real estate sometimes in these areas that go through transition, where there are areas that might be the hood and the ghetto and all that, but if the houses are constructed well and they're strategically in a strategic location like the inner city where there's a lot of growth happening, those same houses can go from being worth next to nothing to being worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so now my mom's house, my mom is sitting pretty right now, and it's a duplex. Now my family never rented out the second part of their duplex. We always had it within the family. But it would have made a good investment property for somebody, if they did sell it. And one of our neighbors' houses, like right across the street, was one of those houses that was only worth, 40, 50,000. And somebody bought it, renovated it, and now they just sold it for like 390 or something crazy like that. So I don't really know of a bigger come up for a neighborhood than buying properties in the hood where the neighborhood's coming back. And so thankfully this neighborhood has made a comeback for the most part. I mean, there's still some stuff going on. Those apartments right there, man, they used to be hooded out. You probably can't see it that good. This corner store right here, look like they're trying to fix it up. My grandmother used to own that corner store. Man, and I almost got ran over on the street one time because my parents let me outside the car. I wanted to get some candy at this corner store, and my parents let me out the car, and I ran across the street and I almost got ran over. So that's the alley behind my crib. Let me show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all a true story. This alley behind my house, I used to cut through this alley to go to the candy store. And it used to be so bad, like in the drug epidemic days, that used to come back here, and I would be wanting to take my car to the garage to work on the car or something like that. And the people on the other side over here, like over here in these like houses over here, they used to come out with a tinfoil, one of them like barbecue tinfoil things, and they would have like crack in that thing, and they would be ready to serve you some drugs. And but I would just be going in the garage to do my thing, and they'd be trying to sell crack back here. And I don't think I ever saw police come through here, but yeah. So it used to be bad, but it's okay now. You know what I'm saying? It came back. That's the subject of this video. These hood cribs is worth money now. All of them is worth money. These, oh shoot. That's the bad thing. You can't get through the daggone streets. So yeah, this is a duplex. Look, we got a little friend here. It's a duplex. I don't know whose cat this is. I think it's my neighbor's cat. What's up?
Look, Vicky said he wants to say something too.
Dog. Look at my sister's dog. It's my sister. It's mom's.
He's happy. He's happy.
Oh, let me show my room. Well, it used to be my room. No, that's all good. Oh, it's dark up. So, this used to be my bedroom. It's the attic of the house. So my bed used to be on this side. My brother's bed used to be on that side. And I used to have a car. I remember one day, I woke up, somebody was breaking in my car downstairs. What up? It's cracking. And my brother outside. There go D Moss right there. It's my brother. So he's using it as an office more or less. But yeah, that's it.
Be kind.
Alright, so I asked my mom. We went to see my mom real quick. We're at the house. Let me turn the lights on. So this is where I grew up at. This is my mom. We're in the kitchen. And she has a message for everybody on YouTube. What's
Try to be positive and kind to anyone you come in contact or pass. Just a smile sometimes is all a person needs.
No, a hug.
And you don't know it.
Yes,
Hugs for
smile
those
too.
who are special to you.
So you see? I have to give thanks to my mom for raising me like that. So be nice to people, be kind to people, that kind of thing. And everything will be alright. The star of the show right here, this cat is chilling. Meow. I don't know this cat from Adam, but he's chilling. So yeah. Went from 35K to 350K in a matter of probably one year because of the value getting pushed up from people rehabbing these cribs. Man, this crib, I could tell y'all stories about this crib. People that used to stay there as rental property. So, this is the block. All right, so yeah, just a quick one, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you guys though on Zillow. I'm gonna show you the history of the property values over here. All right, so you guys can see yourself how the property values can rise, you know, from one time period to the next. And you know, if you were to invest in, you know, in some places in different cities, if you're able to invest in some of these inner city neighborhoods that have the potential to grow, you get in at the right time and you can make some serious money, you know, on a buy and then a hold and then a resale later, or just renting them out, you know what I mean? Buying yourself some time. So that's what it is. So let's go check it out on Zillow. I'll show you guys the property values. All right, so I promised to show you guys the real estate value in that neighborhood where I grew up, right? So I couldn't pull up good numbers on my mom's house because they've owned it forever. So there's no like transaction history of buying or selling, that kind of thing. But one of the houses that I showed you guys in the video that was across the street from my mom's house, it was like the gray house that looked like it had been rehabbed. Turns out that house actually was rehabbed, and I got some numbers on it. So you can see right here, this is the house that was right across the street from my mom's house. They rehabbed this house. You can see some of the pictures of it on Zillow when they listed it for sale. And it's funny because like these little this little vanity and this kind of stuff, this is stuff you could buy at Lowe's. Okay, the cabinets look like they might be custom, and it's an expensive refrigerator, you know. So they put some money into it, right? But this house and a lot of those houses in that neighborhood, people were buying for like super cheap, less than 100 grand. And this house, so the estimate on it currently is $562,000. It sold for $592,000 in December of 2017, so just last year. Crazy. It sold for $592,000, right? And look at the history. 64,000. This house used to be $64,000. Then it sold again for 100 grand and went back down to 80 grand. And then in 2015, I guess when the market started heating up, somebody was like, let me buy this house and rehab it. And they bought it for $207,000. They tried to flip it for $319, but then they ended up selling it for $592. Yo, that's crazy. But anyway, the point of this video is that there can be gold or diamonds in the rough if you're willing to do some major rehab projects in the hood. And so this neighborhood, like where I grew up, where I used to live, it's commonly considered the hood. And you know, people from there, like back in the day, they know it used to be like a drug infested area and that kind of thing. But the houses are like really nice houses. You know, like when they were originally built, these houses were built for like the upper class, doctors, lawyers, and that kind of thing in Ohio, in Columbus, Ohio. And the neighborhood went through a transition, just like a lot of inner city neighborhoods turned to the hood, and then now it's rebounding. Like a lot of these houses have good construction, they have good bones, and it's with it being in the inner city, in a growing city, it's prime real estate. So as you can see, this house years ago, $64,000, right about the time when I went to college. $80,000 just a few years ago, just like 5 years ago, 80 grand, you could have bought this house. And now they sold it for almost $600,000. That's ridiculous. So anyway, that's what I wanted to show you guys, how you can get hood rich. You know what I'm saying? But no, this is real stuff. So now I want to show you guys something I did a little bit earlier today. Had another speaking engagement, and wanted you guys to just check it out. Always remember to give back. All right, that's the lesson from the second part of the video. All right, check it out. I did a video about a couple weeks ago talking about the problem with driving a Lamborghini, or the problems of owning a Lamborghini. And I took this car down to a high school in downtown Columbus and spoke to some high school kids about going to college. And I'm actually going to do the same thing again today, but for a different high school. I'm going to South High School in Columbus, Ohio. It's a high school in the inner city. It's actually in a district where my cousins grew up, not too far from where I grew up, but I didn't go to high school there. But I was in a program called I Know I Can, and it's a program to help inner city kids go to college. They give you a little bit of money for college and encourage you to go to college. And I took advantage of that program when I was in high school. And so now it's my turn to give back. And I'm going to go speak to the kids about college. So this time, though, I'm not going to take the Lambo. I got a lot of hate for that. Interestingly enough, I think people mistook the intent of the video. I knew if I put the Lambo in the video and as the subject of the video that it would probably get some views, but the point of the video was really to don't forget to give back when you have a Lambo or whatever, right? When you start to do well for yourself, don't forget to give back. That was the point of the video, but for some people they didn't get it. So anyway, I'm just doing this video to show you guys it's not really about the car so much as it's about what you do. And so I'm about to go do my thing. And so for some of you guys, some of the people in the audience that are younger, I'm going to try to videotape or record my speaking engagement. And then for some of you guys that are older that might not be interested, the message is don't forget to give back. When you do certain things and you have certain experiences in life, try to share those experiences with young people so that they can learn from those experiences. So that's what I'm doing. And this is Will Motivation. Hit that subscribe button. If you want more videos like this, hit that like button as well if you want more videos like this. But yeah, so this isn't really a Lambo video. This is more of a motivation video. Day in the life, so you guys can see what I do. So let's take the Audi down there. It's a little bit easier to park. I haven't been to this high school. The last time I went to this high school, I was playing a basketball game. When I played basketball in high school, and they had a basketball court that was, the funny thing about that, it was the basketball court that we played on was in the auditorium, and the basketball court was on the stage. So like if you went too far off the stage, you could fall off the stage like 7 feet in the air, something crazy like that. So that's what I remember about this high school, but let's go check it out. All right, made it to South High School here in Columbus. That's what it looks like. I gotta figure out which entrance to go in. Parked on the street back here. I don't know if I parked in the right place, but we'll find out. Man, I haven't been here since I was in high school. Apparently the front doors of the school are not where you go in. Gotta go in the side door. And now that's my business. I've been doing it since 2004. And also, I do real estate. So we'll talk a little bit about that.
You said engineering?
Software engineering.
How much does that make?
So, I'm gonna show you. So software engineers, they can make anywhere from, coming out of college, they can make anywhere from 50, 60,000 to over 100,000 a year. Now,
How much college do you need for that?
4 year, you can do a 4-year degree.
To do that?
Yeah.
Do you have to
program we had, they gave us a job, and that's what I had.
That's your car? The Lambo? Yeah, that's my car.
Dang!
I was getting ready to drive it. I was going to drive it. But
For the software engineering, what
look, and then I'll answer your question. But do you have to be really, really smart? No.
Yeah.
But the smarter you are and the more you learn, the more you can earn. To start real estate? So the question was, do you need to have a lot of money to start real estate? So the short answer is no, you don't. But if you don't, the less money you have, the more knowledge you gotta have. The more money you have, the less knowledge you need to have. But knowledge is gonna be the key thing, no matter what you do in real estate or in business. All right, so there it was. Did this little speaking engagement. It was sort of like a lunch and learn session with the students. It's funny because as soon as I started talking about real estate, even kids in high school are interested in real estate, which I think is pretty cool. So there it is.